Okay, we are back.
Yeah, baby.
Radio on Fire Sports. I'm glad that we are here to chop it up about sports. There's a lot of things going on as the summer progresses. So, Dev, of course, we talked about it in the previous segment. Dev getting drafted. He's going to be doing his basketball thing come November.
November 3rd, first game of the season. Seems so far away, but it'll be here before you know it. TTBL is a new league. Right now they're kicking our asses in practice, making sure that we are ready for training camp that's coming up.
Oh, there's a training camp.
Yeah, man, we had combines, draft. We've had practices and training camp is, I believe, next weekend. So yeah, we've been going hard, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you a question about your league in comparison to
The NEBA?
the Brunson.
Oh, the Brunson.
League.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know a lot of the differences.
Okay, so the Brunson is more so like a almost like a rec league. That's well, I mean they call it it's a pro-am. So it's invitational. Anybody who's anyone who's played any professional basketball, D1, any high level basketball overseas as well, is going to be in the Brunson League.
Okay.
There are teams that play in the TTBL who have teams that are in the Brunson, but the Brunson is, for all intents and purposes, a recreational league.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a great thing for the summer. Now they do have sanctions. There are rules. If you're in another Pro-Am league, you can't play in the Brunson. You can't play into Pro-Am leagues at the same time if you are a NCAA athlete. They'll lose their eligibility and so will the league that they're playing in as well. So there are some rules and regulations. Don't think you can just show up and ball. But
I definitely won't be showing up in ball.
But the Brunson is still going strong. Actually, coming up this week, we should be seeing Will Barton in the gym. Might be seeing Mike Stanton as well, who just signed with the Utah Jazz. There's rumors of a lot of folk coming through. DeJuan Summers, who was a former Georgetown standout. It's definitely the second half of the Brunson is just as lit as the first half, but now you got some real heavy hitters in there now. You're gonna have some NBA players showing up.
All right.
That is official.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's official. So I want to get some boxing talk out of the way.
Oh yeah.
Because I think that
got a lot on the plate. Yeah,
the conversation is going to shift some other places a little bit more. Mm-hmm. So Pacquiao fought over the weekend against Keith Thurman. Mm-hmm. What were your predictions?
Well, I tend to feel the same way I feel about Pacquiao as I do almost like the New England Patriots or I guess with the Golden State Warriors up until this season. I don't think they're gonna lose until I see it happen.
Okay.
So I fell for that trap before. Pacquiao's too young, too old, and he's gonna be somebody young. But Pacquiao is still Pacquiao. He's still one of the best tacticians in boxing, and he showed that again this fight. He whipped Thurman's ass. Plain simple. Period. Pieced him up for 12 rounds.
Yep.
I think he got a knockdown in the first round.
Yep.
And after that, it was just an ass whooping. It was just a clear cut ass whooping.
You get a chance to see the any highlights of the fight, Dean?
No, I didn't see any highlights, but yes, he is definitely one of the best.
It's up on YouTube now if you want to check it out. They threw it up on, which is weird. They threw it up on YouTube the next day.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, right. Damn.
Replay.
Pay $70 for this shit. You gonna throw it up on YouTube tomorrow?
Yeah. So I predicted Pacquiao win.
As you should.
And for a reason, I thought that Pacquiao winning was better for boxing. I'm glad Pacquiao won.
Is it better?
It's better for boxing because I'm going to tell you what's happening.
What is happening?
Don't you say it.
This is going to upset people.
Don't you say it.
What is happening?
We are going to see Mayweather Pacquiao 2.
It's not going to happen.
This is on the road to Mayweather Pacquiao 2. And of course, right now you're going to say, I don't want to see Mayweather Pacquiao 2. Mm-hmm. Now, a couple of months ago, people would have said Pacquiao was over. He's done. We saw a dominating performance on a top level talent.
I don't even care about I just don't think. I think Mayweather. No.
But here's the thing: it's a two part process. Mm-hmm. The other part is a lot harder. Okay, in order for us to get that fight, Mayweather has to get a lot of money.
A whole heap of money.
And the only way that this is going to happen is that Pacquiao has to do what is considered the impossible. Because you got to get people riled up. Because the last time we saw Pacquiao and Mayweather, one, it was quite some time ago, and two, Pacquiao was dominated.
And it was a snooze fest.
It was a snooze fest. Now, we need to see Pacquiao knock some people out. Now, we also need to see him fight a top-level contender in order for the purse to get there. Uh-huh. Pacquiao needs to do this. This is difficult. It's going to be harder than this fight. He needs to beat Errol Spence. And he needs to do it convincingly. If he can do that, the purse level is going to be so high. Mm-hmm. And because Mayweather was at the fight, walked through the ring. Why was he there? He was there because they're teasing some things.
If was a fifth.
Yes, we all be drunk. Now, yes, I believe
beat Errol Spence.
Hard to do.
Beat Errol Spence. Pacquiao, Mayweather. Pacquiao.
Listen, it would be hard to do.
Yeah.
Agreed?
Agreed. If he
did
it, then I'm all for it.
Then you gotta say, look, I beat everybody.
Right.
Who else is left? Me. I never lost a fight. Last time you fought me, I beat you. Boom, boom. What you want to do? Then we got to fight.
We do.
But beating Errol Spence is
it's a huge task, right? That's like go climb Mount Everest, and then
I'm really good with the way Mayweather ended it. And
he's at 49-0, right?
Yeah, I'm really good with that. Like Mayweather was phenomenal, and I'm good. I get what you're saying about Pacquiao, and it's good for boxing. I just feel like certain eras we just need them. I need some new blood to hold down the fort.
Yeah, but what if the new blood does not excite people and cannot draw? I go to wrestling multiple times, but I'm going back to wrestling. And if you look at wrestling, new wrestlers, current wrestlers always get angry because they go to the past and bring back the names that drew and bring them into the fights. And they say, oh, God, why? We've been here all year. You going to bring back The Rock, or you going to bring back Shawn Michaels, or you going to bring back The Undertaker. Why? What about us? And the fact of the matter is that the athletes currently do not generate the same excitement for various reasons, mainly because there are other things that we can get into. Video games are bigger.
Right.
The internet's bigger. Everything is bigger now. We got other things. Before, the players were more iconic. That's NBA. That's whatever. Right. Because it was less things. So that's really what it is. But they bring back those names in wrestling, and they want to keep doing it in the basketball. I mean, they want to keep doing it in boxing if a name can. Because why are we still looking at Pacquiao? Pacquiao had his debut fight. Do you know when he had his debut fight?
No.
95.
I'm telling you,
that's a long career.
I hear you, but even as a
steroids.
Even as a sometime fan of boxing, I'm really not.
You're not interested in it because nobody excites you.
Nobody excites you. I'm getting behind this guy right here in Baltimore.
We're gonna talk about that.
Yeah,
I still think, even though we love Tank, right? Because he's the hometown guy.
Right.
It's not like Tank going to talk asses in the seats and be this big super. You know what I mean?
No,
he's not going to be.
I understand what you're saying, but I feel like when the Mayweather Pacquiao fight finally did happen, I felt like it should have happened sooner.
It should have happened sooner.
It definitely should have happened sooner.
It just dragged on for so long. I kind of lost interest.
I agree.
And
then when we got it, it was disappointing once we got it.
But I don't know who would have won if it had happened sooner. I really don't, because they both were. They
probably would have been a draw.
So what are we going to get? Well, how many years later would this be?
It's another thing that we always seem to forget,
15 years
that Manny Pacquiao is a juicer. Okay.
No, That's what you're going to do right now?
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it.
He has juice. Just because he has juice doesn't make him a juicer currently.
It does. If you lie, that's like saying, you are a liar.
No, that means you have lied.
I have lied. A former liar.
Yes.
Okay.
That's like saying once a cheater, always a cheater. You can't reform.
Okay. But
especially if you got caught juicing.
At the same time, once you've juiced and you've gained that strength, it doesn't go away. Like, I'm still that strong. Like, it doesn't go away. Now, you can get it out your blood. Yes. You can stop taking it, but I've already reached that peak.
Are you saying that Pacquiao is currently juicing?
I'm saying
you have any suspicions?
I'm saying that let's wait on the blood results on Pacquiao. And secondly, that's the reason that this fight didn't happen in the first place with Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather, because he wouldn't submit to Olympic-style testing.
True.
And because he would not submit to Olympic-style testing.
He said he was scared of needles.
Right.
The wrong.
Right. He's scared of testing needles. Because he refused to take that Olympic testing for so long, that's why that fight got drawn out so long, because he had to wait off for all of that HGH and all that to get out of his blood system before he was able to actually take a test and pass it.
So
and once he did it, he looked mediocre.
He did all that, and he still couldn't win the fight.
Exactly.
And that's why I'm just kind of like...
No, because he wasn't juiced in that fight. He wasn't juiced in that fight.
But he got to a certain level, and he still couldn't... Like, I don't need Mayweather to come out for that.
I want y'all to understand something. Understand this clearly. Mayweather specifically, he is not in it because he wants to show y'all a good fight, or he wants to entertain the fans. He wants to make money.
What's his name?
He's making money.
He ain't been pretty boy in a long time.
He's still making money.
Oh yeah, but
hand over fist.
He spends a lot of money.
Yes, he does.
And as crazy as this sounds, if Mayweather doesn't fight again, he will probably go broke.
He gonna blow through that shit.
Because he will spend all the money that he has.
Doesn't he have his own fighters?
He has his own promotion company.
Because he
those
spends
promotions,
too much.
those promotion companies are not the same purses as fights. Now he is still making a decent chunk of change, but he ain't making no fight money.
Okay, so one more fight isn't going to set him up if he's going to
if he keeps. He made what did he make? $400 million off the last fight.
But they're like 480. He's going to burn through it. So isn't he going to burn through another $400 million anyway?
And then depending on how that fight goes, you have
do another one. Right? Then he might do another one.
So we're going to be like, what they're going to be like 50 years old, and we're still watching them fight.
This probably all happen in the next 2 years.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
the getting's good.
Because Pacquiao's 40. He's 40 years old.
And Mayweather's what? 39? 40? Well, he might be 42. He might be older. Like 42, he might be older. Yeah.
41, something like that. Yeah.
But I mean, if it happens, it happens.
It happens, right.
I mean, if that's the way it's got to go, you said it's going to be good for boxing.
I think it will be.
Order the shit out of that
I think it will be. Because at the end of the day, people like heavyweights. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yes.
Heavyweights are really what it is.
Yes.
We don't have a heavyweight that's on that caliber. For whatever reason, Wilder doesn't get people like Mike Tyson did.
Well, I don't think it's really the heavyweight that really draws it. It's the knockouts that draws it. It's the power. And I mean, Floyd, you have to really be honestly almost a boxing purist to appreciate Floyd and what he does.
I do.
It's a don't get hit and hit mentality with Floyd, and it's to get out of there as clean as possible.
I don't think that's the only thing, because I think that there's a way that Mayweather could do his defensive style and put butts in the seats. If he was a trash talker, like can't never hit me. I mean, if he did a spin of Muhammad Ali versus and talk through it,
that's tough.
It's hard to do.
It's only one.
But
it's only one of those.
Talk trash though. If he could talk trash like McGregor, people like McGregor because he talks trash. Even though he loses, he still talks trash.
Yeah,
we need a trash talker.
Floyd's not really a trash talker, he's just an asshole. Like you can't. Like, he's the uncheckable asshole.
But if he was a uncheckable asshole that could talk trash,
right? And an entertainer, he's not. Yeah, that's not. It's not a strong point.
Yeah. So speaking of strong point, we have a fight coming up.
This weekend,
a hometown favorite
at the Chicken Box.
At the Chicken Box, we are going to see Tank Davis and
some dude. It don't matter.
Nunez, I believe.
Nunez? Oh, yeah. Somebody was getting knocked the hell out. That's what it is.
Now, but let me say this. This is going to be the most difficult fight that Tank has had. This is the highest caliber of a fighter that he's faced.
Yes.
He's also undefeated, 21-0.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And this is a big challenge for Tank. I predict that Tank will win inside of 6 rounds.
Yeah, taking 5. What that man said, like that. Taking 5.
Taking 5. Like I say Tank in 6, and I also say there's going to be a TKO. Or knockout. You know, one of the two. You ever seen on Harlem Nights when they had the boxing match on Harlem Nights?
Ready.
Okay. Now, when the hits, it was kind of like a boo. Yeah, boo. Yeah, right. That's how it's going to be hit.
Yeah, right.
If Tank gets hit, it's going to be like, boo. Yeah.
Right.
That's
exactly.
Exactly.
So we agree how that's going to go.
My favorite movies all the time.
But let's do hypothetical.
All right.
Okay.
Let's say that
it won't, but we can talk.
Let's just pretend. Let's say that he parties too hard the night before.
In town, right?
In town, because
in town dummies.
I don't think that that's too crazy to think.
It's not far-fetched
because he's not super disciplined. He's disciplined. He's a disciplined train when he's training. But let's keep in mind,
he out there.
That's when he's out in another town,
Vegas. So
how vulnerable is he going to be training? I mean, the night before. How hard is it going to be for him to not go to the casino?
Dummy, you got tickets for me, dummy? I need a ticket.
Yo, come on over to What if he does that? What if he got upset?
I think that the team around Tank at this point in time
is solid.
Is solid enough that he won't be that stupid, because there's no other way around that. That's dumb. To party that hard before the night before the fight.
Yeah.
Hypothetically, if it happened, it would be probably the biggest disappointment in this city since Billy Cundiff. But I just don't see it happening, man.
I feel like your prediction is right.
Yeah, take a 5.
And no. I can't even,
right now.
I want to get into this what if conversation. This is just
unacceptable.
Yeah,
unacceptable.
I really don't have a response.
All right. So
won't even acknowledge it happening.
Yeah, this is
so we would
in my Baltimore showing. So what?
Yeah.
Now, are you going to watch the fight, or are you going to the fight?
Okay. So here's the thing. I was planning on actually going to the fight, and then I was like, I'm not spending on $300 if this nigga's knock him out in the first round. Like I can't see myself doing it. So maybe if he had a bigger contender. Now if he fight Triple G, something like that, I'm paying whatever the price is for that ticket. But I'll probably sit at home, maybe have some friends over or something. But yeah,
that would be nice.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going out for this.
That's what we're doing.
So
I think you're right, and I don't think it's a go out. I don't think it's a go out thing. Yeah, I mean,
I really consider it.
I might go out on the town after the fight. Because it's going to be popping. It's
definitely
going to be like, City going to be lit. Yeah, City going to be lit.
Especially if he destroys him.
Yeah.
Right. But we've never even seen him hurt before. We ain't seen him lumped up or cut up. No. He always got after party face.
He's always like, he's got to finish hooping, sure. Hooping. Where we at tonight? Where we at tonight?
Going around the table real quick. Predictions. We all predicted knockout.
Yeah.
Tank. Okay.
I like the Tank and 5.
Taking 5.
Tank and 5. I say Tank and 6. Y'all say Tank and 5.
Yeah.
It's all good. We all
Yeah. I don't know if it's just because he's our guy and everything, but I just feel like this.
I think it's also because we have seen him fight.
Yeah, he's a pit bull in boxing gloves. Right. I don't.
Exactly.
Nobody want to fight that. Nobody want to take them hits.
So. We have not talked NBA in a few weeks. There have been some advancements, some
shucking and jiving, some movement and shaking, man.
What stands out to you?
Well, I mean, I've told you before that I stand firm on that. I feel like the Clippers are going to win the championship. I believe. I honestly truly believe.
We have him.
It's like 2 weeks ago. I said that.
Yes.
You got to record it. Yeah.
When playoff season comes,
I'm standing on it.
Play the Clips. Violet and Dean have made their predictions as well.
This is a whole Laker house now, ain't it? This is everybody Laker over here. That's fine. I like being by myself. That's good.
I have not made a prediction.
You have not made a prediction?
I have to wait until I can't make a prediction before the damn season starts.
But you a Laker fan. You a
Yes,
Laker fan. Ain't nobody going to Raptors, so that's all you got. I don't know. It's just be go ahead.
I will make a prediction.
You make a prediction.
Will not be the Raptors.
Right, easily.
Yeah, I would love to see the Lakers do it.
Yeah, man. I'm honestly thinking it'll be Clippers and the way the Lakers are looking like they're built, they should probably be the Western Conference and the Western Conference Finals, and it'll just be a Staples Center bowl for all intents and purposes.
That would be crazy.
What I'm really concerned about is what's going on in the East. Who's building a championship team over there? Now that the Raptors have pretty much fallen apart, what are the Bucks doing? What are the Celtics doing with Kemba Walker? Taking over for Kyrie over there. What's Kyrie going to do in Brooklyn? It's a lot. I love.
I know the answer to that.
Nothing.
Right.
Not until KD.
Right.
I love the way the NBA has kind of almost reset itself, and it's a new era.
It's not. To me, it's not fair for NBA to do what it's doing to the NFL.
Is it doing anything?
It's not fair.
Is it doing
what?
anything?
How?
Because
not fair?
after the NBA season ended, we're normally supposed to be in a longing for the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm
Everybody I've talked to is longing for the NBA.
Oh, we want it back. Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think that we've skipped over. Nothing exciting has happened in NFL.
But this is
hush.
When the season starts, you gotta be ready for that.
And I remember when it changed. It used to always be okay to count down to training camp. It was okay. When do OTAs start?
Yes.
Okay, and everything. When LeBron made a decision, the summer became the NBA's. And the reason it does that, because there are so many stars in the NBA that one player can change a franchise completely. We just saw Kawhi do it last year. So player movement is an exciting and dramatic topic. And what are we talking about? We're talking about dudes in helmets and shorts. Like it's not
Yeah, I honestly.
And the NFL has done this because everybody in NFL is so expendable. You're here today, you're gone tomorrow. Le'Veon Bell was fighting for a it's a bunch of different things with the NFL that they don't highlight their players. You're cheering for laundry, and everybody seems expendable or they don't have as much value as an NBA player does. Plain simple, period. So with that being said, every time a guy changes a jersey in the NBA, it's breaking news. In the NBA, in the NFL, it's okay. He still got 11 guys he gotta come. We got 10 other guys on the field he gotta accommodate.
Yeah.
And
it's not fair.
That's what I'm saying. And I got Odell Beckham Jr., probably the best football player in the world right now. The best football player in the world is playing for the worst franchise in the NFL.
Well, I don't know about that.
Wait.
The Cleveland Browns aren't the worst
No,
franchise. I'm sorry. Currently, they're great. The team is great.
I want to run that
So
back.
what team is worse than the Cleveland Browns?
Can we run that back?
There's plenty.
Can we run that back for 1 second?
Sure.
Your statement was
Odell Beckham Jr. is the best football player in the NFL.
one more time.
The best what?
The best overall football player in the NFL is Odell Beckham Jr.
So we're okay in his position. You mean?
Period.
Okay.
There is nobody better at their position.
We can't go by last season. We can't go by last season.
He was hurt last year.
That's what I'm saying. What are you saying? How
but
you
what I'm
say
saying,
that?
what I'm saying, when he is fully healthy,
Okay.
ain't nobody holding a candle to him.
Right,
And the only one comparable is Aaron Rodgers at quarterback.
So you're saying he's better than
Yes.
Hopkins?
Yes. He's better than D
You're
Hop.
saying he's better than
Julio Jones. He's better than Antonio Brown. He is better.
You're saying he's better than Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah, I'm saying he's better than Le'Veon Bell. Yes.
Barkley. You're saying.
I mean,
You name him.
Dev
he's
threw
better.
that out there, and I challenged him. But now that I'm working through it, he might be right.
I just watched this dude throw the ball 80 yards in a practice yesterday.
All right. Okay. So
80 yards.
I'm not ready for that conversation. Didn't know we were. But
let me say this.
The worst.
I'll tell you that. I disagree with that.
On the worst franchise.
I will definitely say
The Giants are much worse
No.
than Cleveland right now.
What I'm
No.
saying,
Right
I'm saying
now?
overall,
Yes.
the
Okay.
Giants. Yes, he went.
Okay.
He left the Giants and went to a better team.
Okay.
The Cleveland Browns trade was definitely a come up for Odell Beckham Jr. and it was definitely a step back for the New York Giants. What I'm saying overall as a franchise
for the Browns.
Yeah, definitely a step up for the Browns. But what I'm saying is, as a franchise, the Cleveland Browns have been basement dwellers for forever. They were been a punchline up until last year. Up until last year.
Facts.
So the only thing that kind of makes them look good now is the fact that they've added Odell Beckham Jr. to their team. Like but besides being excited about a team that's in my division, I don't really like. What else are we talking about with the NFL? What else are we talking about besides this Odell Beckham Jr. Interview just coming out? Yesterday? What is there to talk about with the NFL? I'm bored. I'm bored talking about it right now.
Yeah, I mean, no, right. That's why I said the NBA has really lumped them up.
Yeah, they need.
And it used to not be like
preseason
that.
games now.
It used to not be like that.
NFL was gone.
I feel like also before the NBA got this far into the summer, I don't think preseason should be as long as it is.
How? It's only a month.
I think that it should just be 2 games versus the 4 games, maybe 3.
Yeah, I mean we're really only 3 games. The 4th game usually don't even count.
So we need to just
preseason.
Yeah.
I mean, and they talked about
getting ready and everything.
Yeah, they talked about extending the season to 18 games.
I hope they don't do that.
I hope they do that.
I don't.
It's like, what else are y'all gonna do? They gotta find a way to get honestly and truly, man, the NFL since concussions, became a point of subject has been on a decline. Between concussions, between flag kneeling, between Colin Kaepernick, the NFL has been taking hit after hit after hit after hit to the point where it's not the juggernaut that it was 10 years ago. It just 10 years ago, the NFL dominated every headline. If it was something about the NFL, that Tom Brady, Peyton Manning era was crazy for NFL. And once those guys left, man, once Peyton Manning retired and those concussion things started coming up, what
if the average fan or the fans are kind of tired of New England?
I'm sure we are.
I mean, we all are. We all get tired of teams winning, and they didn't win last year, correct?
They did win.
They did win. That Manny
Pacquiao.
That shit was forever ago, right? It was forever ago. What was that? What was it 7-3? What did they beat them? What was the score?
I mean, again, they're in a division that kind of guarantees them going to the playoffs.
And I think it's handicapped for them. That would be interesting for them to switch everything.
The divisions around.
What if they did that? Would that be interesting for people?
What if they were in the division with the Panthers and Falcons and the Saints? What if they were in that division?
They wouldn't do what they do, but at the same time, I mean, that's the way
the Dolphins,
playing the Dolphins, but
that's Jets,
that's not their fault.
The Bills,
that's not their fault. That's on the onus of.
I mean, I know they don't play them 10 times, but
that's exactly that's easily 6 wins. It's easily 6 wins for them. They always have the division under lock because they're a better franchise, and that's not. I mean, that's on the onus of the Bills, the Jets.
Why is the Dolphins
and
even
the Dolphins.
in that division? They're down in Florida.
It's so random.
And they're in the Jets is way. They were all up there in the New England, New York.
Man, we used to be in the same division as the Tennessee Titans. Like
that's
sometimes
my point. What
shit
are we
just doesn't
doing?
make sense. It just doesn't make sense.
You got the Falcons at least with the
NFC
Panthers,
South.
right. And the Saints and everything. But why?
Because all New York people go retire in Miami.
Is that what it is? Okay, all right. That makes me feel. That makes me feel bad.
That's all I got for you right now.
Yeah.
So I want to jump back to NBA for a second, and I want to talk about a legendary figure,
All right.
Tim Duncan.
Yes.
How did y'all feel about this move?
I feel like this is the quintessential classy San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Tim Duncan was a lifer with San Antonio Spurs. I mean, there was a little time when he was going to go to Orlando Magic, but it didn't happen.
Maybe in a couple of years we get to pass another torch.
So let's not get carried away.
I want to go there.
I don't really know if Tim has the mannerisms.
Well, we need to see.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I guess this is the trial now, right?
Now, when you say passing the torch, I'm assuming that you mean him becoming the head coach.
Pop the Tim, right? The San Antonio Spurs, right?
Yes.
That would be like full circle. That would just be... Like, that would be the
Can I not want that?
Yeah, we can win it. I just don't think it's going to happen. I don't see Tim Duncan. I mean, look, I don't know the guy personally, but he seems to be a basketball lifer, and this is, where he belongs. I couldn't see him coaching nowhere else if he was going to be, a coach. So, he going to teach.
Been good coaches coming off of the pop tree.
Well, most definitely. Yeah, most definitely. Budenholzer. I believe Nick Nurse is from that Spurs tree as well. There's a couple of guys that have definitely, reaped the benefits of the San Antonio Spurs. It's Tim Duncan. Right. I don't know if he's capable of it. But if he is, more power to him. I would love to see Tim Duncan coach the San Antonio Spurs. I just don't know if his quiet ass could do it. He's so quiet.
I understand what you're saying, but just Tim coming back now, you said
it's dope.
It seemed like it was supposed to.
Yeah, it's definitely supposed to happen. It's definitely Tim Duncan doesn't belong anywhere but the San Antonio Spurs if he was going to come back.
So would that be like no, I can't. Yeah, we tried. Did we really try hard? I was going to say like Ed Reed, like. But yeah, so I'm just.
I
gonna
wish
stay.
Ed came back.
I'm gonna just stay out. Yeah, because
Shout out to Ed. He's gonna go to the Hall of Fame this year, though.
That's.
Ed is definitely going to the Hall of Fame this year.
That's great.
Cheers.
What else stands out as far as NBA news?
Well, we did we go over the fact that Westbrook actually did?
Oh shit, we didn't talk about Westbrook.
We didn't
get to cover that.
Yeah.
Westbrook is a rocket.
Yeah, and that
Chris Paul is a Thunder.
That Thunder screwed up.
Yeah.
A big thing. Not just right now, but they literally had all the pieces.
Okay. That's all right. I feel go ahead, finish. Yeah, finish. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you get this one out.
Had the pieces. They had Harden, right?
You went all the way back. Yeah.
Well, I'm just
They had a big four. Really.
They had the super team.
They had a squad.
They had Kevin Durant. They had Westbrook.
Yeah, James.
And Ibaka wasn't
Ibaka's a star. He was definitely a star.
What did the Thunder do wrong?
Okay, I don't think they did. Okay, so
what didn't they do right?
First thing they did wrong was there's circumstances with them. Okay, so I feel like, honestly and truly, in my opinion, I feel like Serge Ibaka lied about his age. I don't think that he is as old. I don't think he is as young as he said he was coming into the league. There was a drop off of Serge like out of nowhere, and that only happens when you hit 30. And Serge Ibaka is supposed to be like 27, 28 years old. That's a 35-year-old man. That's a 35, 36-year-old grown ass man. And that's why Kerry Hilson left him, because she found out how old he was. But okay, so first mistake, they chose Ibaka over James Harden.
That was crazy.
Second mistake they made, well, I don't really think that was a mistake. Kevin Durant wanted to leave.
But had they chose Ibaka,
they chose
Harden.
Ibaka.
Had they chose Harden, would they have played out that way?
I don't. Okay, so here's why I can't blame Sam Presti on anything that happened there, because you have 4 guys on rookie contracts.
Coach,
you gotta pay these dudes, right?
Let's get a coach.
So you gotta pay. But they went to the finals with Billy Donovan. I mean, not Billy Donovan, with Scott Brooks. They went to the finals.
Okay,
So what do I need a coach for if I got my guys to the finals? I mean, they ran up against the Miami Heat. So I mean, really, what are we saying at this point?
I'm just disappointed.
So Scott Brooks,
disappointed.
So you chose Ibaka over James Harden, right?
All right.
Because you needed a big, and you already had 2 wing players, and you'll figure out the bench, later down the line.
Yeah.
So you lose Harden, and then you lose Kevin Durant, and you traded off Serge Ibaka as well, and you kept Russell Westbrook. But after you lost Russell Westbrook, you got back Paul George, you got Carmelo Anthony, you drafted Steven Adams, you traded for what's my guy's name with the patch in his head?
A week does not go by that he does not mention Melo.
I got you, huh? There you go. Believe in the 7. But they built a super team. They had Paul George, they had Steven Adams, they had Russell Westbrook. They did it again. They ran it back, right? But that team had a salary that broke an NBA record. $300 million was what they were paying for the Oklahoma City Thunder last year. Just last year.
And that's why they said we need
And they lost in the first round. Now, what they tried to do was trade Russell Westbrook and Paul George to the Toronto Raptors.
Right.
So
And the
I don't.
Raptors
Yeah, I
decided
don't
to bow out of it.
This isn't really. This is on the owner. The owner said, "I'm not paying $300 million a year for a team that loses in the first round." So you, Sam Presti, my GM, have to break this shit up. So when they knew when the writing was on the wall that this team was going to have to break up, Russell Westbrook had already asked for a trade. Paul George then found out about Russell Westbrook asking about that trade and then requested a trade subsequently.
Right.
So I don't want anybody to think that this is nobody wants to play with Russell Westbrook.
I'm not saying that at all. I just still feel like
this was
some organization.
We tried it.
Oh, they had it.
We capped out. We literally capped out, and it didn't work. My favorite 2K team of all time. I would play with that team any day of the week because they had all the pieces, but unfortunately, it didn't work out. And on paper, and on top of that, Russell Westbrook broke his hand last year. Paul George tore his rotator cuff, and they played through that. That's why Russ couldn't shoot at the end of the year. That's why Paul George looked so slow at the end of the year because they were hurt. They both had offseason surgery a week after the season was over.
I understand.
Circumstances.
You broke it down.
Windows in the NBA are this big for a season, and then they close.
You broke
Yes,
it down.
but
I like what you. I mean,
he said some good stuff. I want to ask you some questions.
Yes.
And I'll start with you, Dean. Of this off-season madness,
Crazy.
give me 3 teams, the 3 biggest winners.
The winners?
The 3 biggest winners from this NBA off-season free agency madness.
Okay, this is just my opinion.
Yeah, in no order.
It's weird because it's not going to really play out until the following year. But I feel like Brooklyn apparently one didn't know somebody was going to come. They won.
So this is a long-term win.
Right.
Okay.
Another team that won just 3.
If you got more,
I mean, I might have to go to 4.
You got 4? Okay.
I mean, because Houston won.
Ooh, you going to Houston there?
What?
I wasn't expecting that either.
Westbrook. I know people say this might not work out. Some people are saying it will work out, but he is younger than Chris Paul. And
and they like each other. It's a big difference.
Well,
That's a big difference.
Big difference. Chris Paul. Yeah.
I like Chris Paul a lot, but it's he's just a different type of player, and I think this is just better in the end for the Rockets. I mean, Chris Paul had a big contract too, a very big contract.
Disgusting
Yeah.
contract.
For what that contract meant, I don't think he brought enough. He was getting paid to be something for that team that he wasn't able to be.
Chris Paul?
He was not able to.
I disagree.
I feel like he was getting paid that contract. Mm-hmm. He didn't deliver.
No. In that game, they lost to the Rockets. The Warriors beat the Rockets in 6, right?
Okay.
6 games.
Okay.
In that 6th game, Chris Paul gave you 23 and 10.
And
James Harden. But that's what he's there for. That's what he's there for.
Okay.
Because they got to game 6 last year and he got hurt.
How much was it a year?
His contract was I think he's making like $30 million a year.
30.
It's something ridiculous.
So it was $30 million was what that was.
Yes, $30 million for the. You know what? And that's what you pay veteran players for. You pay them for the playoffs.
Who was supposed to be the leader?
Yeah, James Harden is definitely the leader.
It was
definitely the leader.
Was that clear?
And that leader failed them.
So then
and that's game 6.
So it was on James Harden.
It's definitely on James
Harden. Are we
Harden.
going to have that same issue with Westbrook?
No, because James Harden is the leader, and Westbrook is there to help him.
All right.
So once again, if Russ shows up and Harden lays an egg like he does every playoffs and every year, then we'll see it continues to be the same thing.
Let's say let me give you a chance to recant what you said.
I'm not going to
because they drafted no one. Talking about Houston.
Not
okay. They lost Chris Paul.
All right. And you're telling me Westbrook can't came.
That's one.
And to the team.
And Davis. They signed Davis.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
I don't see how they really won.
I feel like for the amount that they pay and for, the switch of the players, I think they just got a player that's more impactful. And
I agree with that.
That's all I'm saying.
I agree with that.
I'm not saying Chris. You don't understand how much I really like Chris Paul. It's not.
This is news to me. I didn't know this. I didn't know this yet.
Chris Paul either.
Yeah.
There's a Winston-Salem connection.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
The mayor.
Who?
Yeah.
Any other team stands out to you? Any other team?
Obviously, the Clippers won. I mean, the Clippers.
We definitely.
If you can't say the Clippers won,
we agree with that. All right. We agree with that.
I'm sorry, and LA won. LA won. They got their big man. We hope they do lock it up.
Yeah.
But they got their big man. Even though people are saying, "Oh, well, the Clippers are just that much better," they still built a team after giving up the farm to get their big man. I still feel like they won. It didn't have to play out the way it did.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like, even though you said don't rank it, I feel like, in a weird way, Brooklyn is the biggest winner out of all of them because nobody saw that coming. Brooklyn apparently didn't see that.
GM from Brooklyn Nets didn't even see it.
That's what I'm saying. It's like he didn't know Kevin was announcing that he was there.
He didn't talk to the man.
He didn't even talk. How can you? Who can top that?
Yeah.
I got Kevin Durant outside my house right now, and I didn't even know Kevin Durant was over here.
Is you up, yo?
How can you top that? I mean, I get what the Clippers did, but
I can't put them at the top because they didn't do anything for that shit.
Right?
They didn't. He didn't. It was like winning the lottery.
Okay. So you say
I'm saying he didn't do no leg work. It's just Kevin Durant literally fell into that lap.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, that's a nice
He fell into. He
literally
did.
say, hey,
okay.
Look what we got.
So yeah, I'm going Clippers.
Okay.
Lakers.
Yeah.
All right.
And the Utah Jazz.
Jazz.
The Utah Jazz finally got somebody to get Donovan Mitchell off the ball. Who, if you, I watch Donovan Mitchell a lot. I like his game. I like the fact that he came out of nowhere. That
He's
he
great.
was a marginal player at Louisville. They drafted him kind of high, but with these expectations, and he skyrocketed.
Right.
But for all intents and purposes, Donovan Mitchell is a volume shooter. But the way that they have built that team now by adding Mike Conley Jr. to it really opens up that offense. And they were already a really good defensive team. I really expect a lot out of the Utah Jazz this year. I expect Quinn Snyder is a great coach down in Utah. They lost Derek Favors, but that's kind of addition by subtraction.
We might be surprised by the Utah Jazz.
I feel like if it's not Clippers, Lakers, I honestly and truly believe that the Utah Jazz will make a lot of noise in these NBA playoffs coming up.
I feel you on that
So
one, honestly.
Ed Davis agreed to sign. Jeff Green agreed to sign.
Houston Rockets.
No, I'm going back to the Jazz.
Oh, Jazz. They got Jeff Green,
right?
And they got Ed Davis as well,
right?
Okay, so that's definitely Ed Davis is definitely a step up from Derek Favors.
Yeah.
And Jeff Green is feast or famine, but if you get feasty, Jeff, you got a good team.
So I agree with everything that you said. My pick is similar to yours with
Clippers Lakers.
Yeah, Clippers Lakers. Not Jazz. I actually think that Pelicans.
That was my fourth.
I think that
that was my fourth.
Yeah,
that was my fourth.
That was
definitely my fourth.
They're
definitely all West Coast teams. The West is crazy loaded right now. Yeah. Shout out to Kemba going on to Boston. I think that was a great move for him. But the East is looking like the Eastern Conference again. It's pretty much Greeks to lose. Shout out to Kyle Korver, who signed with the Milwaukee Bucks. They had J.R. Smith in for an interview. I guess that didn't work out. They ended up going with Korver. J.R. still out there. There are a couple of guys that are still, kind of hanging on. But I was listening to something the other day, and they were basically saying that there are at least 80 guys in the NBA who will not be in the league the next year.
Wow.
It's like a 25 to 30% turnover. Yeah. Wow. And, of course, there's going to be a bunch of names that you don't know. Right. But there's definitely going to be some names in there that are very prominent and that you feel like should be in the league. But
like Melo.
Of course, I was gonna say.
So
You
I'm
said
just
it.
glad. I'm glad you brought
I
that.
believe you.
I'm glad
Thank you. I agree,
brought-
Diamond. I
I'm
agree.
glad you brought.
He should be
Melo.
playing somewhere though.
Should be playing.
But what is going on? Where is the issue? Why?
Is Carmelo not signed?
Yeah, what is really the problem? Is it Melo? Is it the teams? Is it? Or we should be saying I'm retiring?
I mean, I can't. I speak directly because I'm not in anybody's mind. But at the same time, there's a lot of credence to what Chauncey Billups said a couple weeks ago, where Melo was very concerned with scoring 30 points. Now, if he scored 30, he was happy no matter the outcome of the game. If he didn't score 30, and they still won, he may have had an attitude about that, or maybe not. Now, in Baltimore basketball perspective, 30 is 30. If I got 30, then I was doing what the fuck I was supposed to be doing. But when you have a scorer's mentality, and when you've gone your whole career knowing you can drop 30 whenever you feel like it, it's kind of hard to take a step back to a dude whose game is developing. It's kind of hard to when I know, let's Diamond, you are an established DJ in Baltimore. Now, if you come in to do a set and they say, yeah, Diamond, we want you to come in, we want you to work it out, right? But we got young Scratch and Sniff over here, and we want him to get his little 20 minutes off first before you get. And it's like, nah, I ain't come here for that.
You're right.
I came here to rock this party, and that's what I'm gonna do.
I'm gonna tell you what's crazy about that. That's the first time you made me understand. That would piss me off.
Exactly.
Really?
Right.
That would piss me off.
If I'm saying,
and if that is what he's going through, I get it.
Okay, let me ask you.
I get
what
it.
If it was your guy? What if it was somebody you've been mentoring, giving or coaching somebody you trying?
But that's not the case. It's you putting dudes like PJ Tucker and Gerald Green and Daniel House. You telling me that you want these guys to get minutes over me? Like I'm who I am. I'm a walking bucket, and you telling me that this G League dude, this dude who's on a 2-way contract, deserves more bump than me? No, like literally in an interview, they were asking him about coming off the bench, and he turned and looked like, who, me? Y'all talking about me right now? No, I'm not coming off nobody's bench. And that was for the Thunder.
I've heard. I thought he took that kind of walked that back a little bit recently. Is that?
No, I mean, of course, I'm as a businessman. He's, he said I'm willing to, accept whatever role somebody's willing to give me. But at the same time, he's mellow. He's Carmelo Anthony. Why would I?
So if
that's a part of who he is, it's knowing I can drop 30 on him.
What do you think his window is?
I think it's
player like 2, 3. What are we
Melo?
saying? Yeah.
Melo. I think it's over, man.
So
I think the signing of Jared Dudley in Los Angeles for the Los Angeles Lakers was the end of Carmelo's career.
You thought that was a real strong
I think that Jared Dudley is a knockdown shooter.
All right.
Who does the dirty work and they play the same position. They're the same height.
Nowhere,
same.
There's nowhere where Melo like a Miami.
Maybe. But I think they're looking at Amari right now, who is killing the big three.
He is.
Destroyed. He looks like he doesn't belong there. He
looks
like he does not belong there.
What's Amari's age?
Amari's only like 34, 35 years old. Remember, I mean, there's a lot of years on those legs, but Amari came out of high school. So,
Amari is like.
Yeah, so it's.
I'm seeing some highlights. Yeah.
Amari in Miami.
It's looking. It's not looking good for my guy. I'll put it that way. It's not looking good for my guy. Now, maybe there's an injury throughout the season.
But that's what I was going to say. Mm-hmm. You got players that are going to be injured.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're going to see he's going to have now. If nothing happens this season,
it's over. Right.
But it's still a possibility.
Yes, definitely. I'm saying he's still training. He's still in shape. He's still ready to be signed. Yeah. It's just a matter of if somebody's willing to take the chance.
I don't think he's going to get that big contract.
Oh hell no! That's
to the Pelicans or anything like that.
Because they're looking to cultivate their young talent,
right?
And
they're thinking long term, and that's why I said they're really a winner because they're thinking long term.
Could he?
They got some picks.
Toronto.
It's interesting.
That's a different. Yeah, I mean, but at the same time, is he willing to go to Canada and play basketball? He's also very well off. very, very.
You don't have to do this.
Exactly. I don't. It's not. He's playing for the love, and if I'm going to play for the love, I'm going to play where I want to be. You know, L.A., Miami, New York. I'm going to play one of these places. Brooklyn. Brooklyn's not a bad look, really. I mean, if I'm, I may be there for a year. I may be the stopgap between me and KD, but at the same time, I'm back in New York and I'm playing meaningful basketball. But
But it sounds like
Saga
Brooklyn might not
continues.
even know what the hell
Wu-Tang,
they're doing to
Wu-Tang.
even get Carmelo.
No, they definitely know what they're doing over
They
there.
know how to get.
Oh no, they definitely know what they're doing.
They definitely know what they're doing.
We thought they didn't, but they do.
Oh, okay. All right.
Trust me, once they heard, they knew to sign them.
It's like, oh.
Yeah. Oh, us?
Yeah. Oh, all right.
I thought you talking to New York. You told the Knicks.
You talking to you?
Oh, you talking to me? You talking
All right.
All right, we gotta get out of here. But I can't think of a time where I was more excited about the NBA than the NFL at this point in time.
Halloween, October.
Yeah, we got to get through half the NFL season.
Right, we got to trench through the NFL.
35% of it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, the NFL will keep us entertained until then, right?
I mean, I'm watching the summer league. I don't normally.
Right, it's
The summer league is big right now.
Yeah,
crazy,
and I don't
Like,
normally.
And
about this
and the stars
5 years ago.
and we still haven't even seen Ja Morant. We haven't seen the number one pick, and to me is more exciting than Zion Williamson. Like he's gonna be in
I've heard
Memphis.
people say that.
Ja is crazy. Ja is going to be crazy in Memphis. I can't wait to see Ja on the NBA floor. Zion Williamson's got to lose a little bit of weight. He can't run around at 285, man. That's crazy. No. But the off season and drafts and entertainment and stuff, he's put on a little bit of weight. But Ja. And then my guy R.J. Barrett over in playing for the New York Knicks. They call him
I would like to see that.
the Maple Mamba.
I really want that to work out.
Yeah. Look, what I'm telling you now is 30 shots a game, shorty. Like he's going to shoot
I want that to work.
I wanted to work too. I definitely wanted to work too, for selfish reasons. But and we're talking about we're ending this conversation talking about 3 basement dwellers. These teams didn't sniff the playoffs last year. And it's just so exciting because once you get that franchise player or that guy who seems to it takes one player in the NBA to change your franchise.
True.
NFL, it's going to take a quarterback, it's going to take a receipt, it's going to take
got all that, but their line's trash.
Exactly. Exactly.
They're secondary.
NBA, you get one guy. Look at what LeBron did for the Lakers 2-3 years ago. They went from young up and coming team that had potential to it's the Lakers with LeBron on it now. I mean, barring the injury he had last year, exactly. They're contenders. Yeah. They were 2 years away from being contenders with 2 picks, with two moves, a signing and a trade.
Facts.
That's all it takes.
Facts.
All right.
So we'll be back next week. How can people follow you?
You can find me on Facebook, DEVYNEPPS. Or on IG at Devordie. That's DEV_OR_DIE.
All right, you can find me on Mr_Mackins on IG. Again, out here all summer long in the streets.
Man. Find Mac.
All right, wonderful. I'm at the Diamond K Show at Radio on Fire. So we'll be back next week with more discussion.
Yes.
And all that. Thank you, fellas.
All right.
Taking 5.
Taking 5. That's what it is.
It was good to do some sports talk. Yeah, it's definitely good.